Gracias, Come Again, a podcast by Honey German.
Welcome to another episode of Gracias, Come Again. Today, I'm so excited. I've been wanting to talk to you. I've been wanting to meet you. Singer, rapper, actor, podcaster, activist, everything. Snow the Product is in the building.
Hey, thank
How you feel?
Thank you for that intro. I feel good, man. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Welcome to New York in the middle of the summer.
Right.
How you feeling?
I feel great. You know, my girl's family's from here, so like, you know, I had a show last night. They popped out. We're enjoying ourselves. You know, there's a parade outside. I mean, I think it's a great way to.
New York is a vibe.
Absolutely.
It's a Latino vibe, more importantly, right?
Yes.
Outside right now.
Yes, I love it.
Los dominicanos estamos afuera hoy. Eso hasta las 12 de la noche. Nobody telling us to go to sleep tonight.
Period.
You know how DR move. I saw you out in DR.
Yeah.
How fun was it? Have you gone several times or just one time?
That was my first time. I went with my girl and we went to, well, it was cool because I brought my son and he got to see, like, you know, he got to see La Vega and then he got to see like the resort things and he got to see just like different parts of, you know, DR, and he's a tiny bit Dominican, so it's not really like he's like Mexican and Puerto Rican, but his dad's side is Dominican as well.
Un chin Dominican.
Yeah, a little bit, but I was like, okay, like, you know, maybe you know, and he did think it was funny because he, like, all the guys looked like, he was like, everyone looks more like me. I'm like, yeah, there you go, baby, like, period.
I saw him surrounded by all the monitos. I'm like, where are these monkeys? I've been to the Dominican Republic 20 times and I've never seen that place. It's in La Vega? Where was that?
No, that was at a resort, right? Or like near there. That was like in Punta Cana.
Voy para allá. As soon as we finish the interview, y'all gotta give me the tea because I need to go see these monkeys. I'm going to DR in 2 weeks.
Word, yeah.
Y no me lo quiero perder.
Yeah, they were so cute.
Y tú, born in California, daughter of Mexicanos, immigrants.
Yes.
Where are they now? Are they still with us?
They're in Mexico.
Oh, they're in Mexico?
Yeah. Both my parents went back to Mexico. My mom sometimes comes back. She'll go to like Texas and she like works or whatever sometimes. But like really, she just her life is in Mexico. My dad's life is in Mexico. Like,
did they retire to Mexico or they left a long time ago?
They just left. Like it was always growing up. It was always the plan to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like I've said that lately where I posted about like I you know, wanting to move back to Mexico, and then some people have been like, oh, like, you know, because you're American, like you're gonna be part of the gentrification. And I'm like, here's the thing, like for those of us that like our parents moved from very poor places in Mexico to the U.S., the plan was always go back.
Siempre.
Right? It was always work, build yourself a little bit of a life, and go back. And so that was instilled in me, and I always was very proud of like my roots, and you know, we're from very small pueblos. There's no cities, there's no Starbucks, there's none of that. It's just, you know, the simple life.
For a lot of Latinos, that is the plan. You know, Dominicans, we build our houses while we're here. We're like, cuando yo me retire, mi casa ya está hecha. So it's kind of, I understand where you're coming from, and I can understand you wanting to go there too, because I was born and raised here, but I'm like, if I had the opportunity to go to Dominican Republic, I would. Because especially, you know, given the climate that we're in right now, it just doesn't feel friendly and it just doesn't feel like it's for us.
Yeah. And you know, and I've been saying this for a while, like our countries are beautiful.
They are.
They're beautiful. This is the places where everybody wants to go to visit and to you know, take advantage of resources and everything. And it's like, no, if anything, we should be happy and proud to go back and to stake our claim on our own lands and be like, yo, you know, because of colonization and everything that happened, like we lost that sight of like how beautiful where we're from is. And I say we just like as a whole, like all of us. And just I feel like it's important for us to instill that in our kids too. And now we have all the younger kids that I think now are being raised more by like, you know, first generation. And I have to explain that, for example, to my son. You know, I have to take him and show him and be like, look at how beautiful it is. Don't let, you know, them get into your head that, you know, we come from
dirt, because
because you know, when people are saying like, you know, we come from quote unquote whole countries, you know, I could cuss or no.
Oh no, yeah,
sure. Yeah. When the president is saying
that
we come from shithole countries, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Have you been to my country? How beautiful! Well, you went to the Dominican Republic. How gorgeous is it? And yeah, we have poverty. Yeah, we have struggles, but most Dominicans want to go back.
Yeah.
We're not in the Bronx by choice. We're out here making money to either send it back or build our life back in our own country to the point that it's beautiful and comfortable.
Yeah. And that's why, that's why it's also important. It's like at the same time that we're defending the right to be treated like a human being, we're also saying, okay, cool, you don't want us here. If we do go back, leave us the fuck alone. That's the thing,
That's
right?
a fact.
Because what we're going to do is, okay, cool, you don't want us here. We're going to go back. We go back. Here comes some big corporation trying to buy out the beaches and trying to, like sell it back to us. And it's like, how are you, like, you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? If you don't want us here and we leave that shit alone. And I don't know. It's crazy how destabilized some of our countries have been because of this country, yet this country continues to vilify and make us seem like we're the problem.
Perfect example, Puerto Rico, our president didn't give a fuck about Puerto Rico, but you go to Puerto Rico and it's like some of the beaches aren't even public anymore because you have these people building mansions, you have everybody going there for tax breaks, so it's like, decidanse, either you don't want us or you want us. Which one is it? Make up your mind. So I get exactly where you're coming from and how you feel.
Yeah.
I love how vocal you are, and when I see how you move and the way you stand up for us, and I say for us the same way you say for us, because it's a problem we're having right now with it's Salvadoreño, Ecuadorianos, Chilenos, Mexicanos, Dominicanos. We're all at risk right now. These ICE raids. I've been in events here in New York, and all of a sudden I see a jacket walk by me and it's ICE, and I'm like, this is scary as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, me and you were born here and we'll probably start talking English, but what about the person that is not documented, has been here 30 years, owns their own home, has kids, and all of a sudden they get caught in it's the climate is depressing, to say the least.
No, it's very, very, very much isn't. Also, just the instability, like the like feeling unsafe, and like you said, we speak English, right? But it's gonna trickle down to us too, because at the end of the day, like you start going out there, like you're at a bar or whatever. I mean, I've been in some places where you got some random guy who's seeing the news, and now he starts saying racial slurs to either me or my girl or whatever. They're feeling really emboldened right now. They're feeling like whatever, and you're just kind of like, this is the climate. This is what is being emboldened right now, and now we're a little bit scared, but at the same time we want to fight back, but at the same time we know how they see us, so it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, we're definitely caught in a weird space, and you say that, and I walk around New York City, and we're the melting pot, but when I see a red hat, I immediately feel like, is something gonna happen? Like, is this person like, has hatred towards Latinos? Like, are they gonna try to come at me? So I understand by what you're saying, like, we're not safe either, because it's like anybody, even if you get caught up in an ICE raid right now, you have U.S. citizens being deported back to countries they never even lived in. So what we're going through right now is deep as fuck. And I appreciate you, having this platform, having the followers, and not shying away from the issues that matter to us, to your parents, to my parents, to my neighbors, because a lot of times we be like, nah, I ain't gonna get involved in that. That's a lot going on. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want people to be like, oh, this and that. And I even see you replying back to comments. I saw that somebody was like, oh, now you're Mexican, and you're like, what are you talking about? Right. I've been Mexican, and even when you go back with your music, let's say like when you did the Black Panther soundtrack, like. How long ago was that? And you were already talking about immigrants. Yeah.
On the Hamilton stuff.
Oh, that Hamilton shit was
Purge. Like this. I'm
talking about Hamilton. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, all of that, and the Black Panther one too. Like everywhere that I've shown up, and it's like, to me that's what's important, is like show up for your people, but. Sometimes to your own, I could see why people don't want to talk about this stuff. I could see why the very famous pop reggaeton artists don't speak about all these things. Yeah, it takes a chunk of your money. Yes, you lose a big chunk of your fan base when you speak up, because you're going to piss off a lot of people. But, my character is, I'm okay with doing that. There's some people that are so in love with the money or the pop status that they'll never speak up, and I hope that one day, or at least in my lifetime, people start actually holding people accountable that get to take advantage of all these things and get to be the representation supposedly of our people, but don't really struggle with our people or don't really give a fuck. I think it's sad, and I think there should be a little bit more accountability and responsibility from people that have the platforms to speak up, because at the end of the day, it's an attack through media, right? It's the way that they paint us. It's the way that it's easier to mistreat these people now, because dude has been saying it for years. The rapists, the criminals, the blah blah blah. So now a lot of people are like, oh yeah, well they're criminals and they're rapists. Yeah, I've even heard Latinos, like older generation people, be like, well, I guess if they're only taking away the criminals, and you're like, are you serious? Did you fall for that? Like, how are you not? But it's unfortunate, and I do think media needs to step up, because it's an attack through the media first, and it's going to be a matter of time before he starts coming for those of us that speak up. We're just growing a bigger target on our back.
Yeah, I forgot it. He don't like that. When you speak up, he does not like that.
Yeah, or when you joke about him.
Oh, forget about it.
South Park is hilarious for that, because they're just going to keep on doubling down. And considering they thought, you had Musk saying like, oh, make comedy funny again, but it's like, I think it always has. I think everybody gets to make jokes and be funny and be political. I just think y'all don't like that shit when it's about them, But I digress.
But some people do stand up, like Charlemagne. We worked together at Power 105.1. He went on TV and he said what he wanted to say about Trump, and yeah, Trump came right back. And
right.
But I'm like, you know what? It's crazy. You're going back and forth with the president of the United States. Like, I love this. Like, you stood up for what you believed in.
Yeah.
You went on TV. You said what you wanted to say, and even if he come back at you, you're gonna come back at him.
Yeah.
And we need more people like that. Like you say, like, even if it's just your show, you don't gotta go on TV. You don't gotta go on radio. It's just what's wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Yeah. And there's a power in numbers. When more people speak up, it takes like the target and attention off of those of us that have always been speaking up, and now it's like all of us, like everybody can hear it and can understand it. When it's just a few of us going, we're putting ourselves at risk. But if more people just, in the public eye, just if it becomes more acceptable to just do it, we're protecting each other, so that's what's important, I think, right now.
And I thank you, for pushing through, standing for what you believe in, and risking yourself the way that you said. You're at risk, but what you're doing is super dope, and I love you for it.
Thank you so much.
And I love you for the bars too. You snapped on Alligator. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That clip, I feel like so many people shared it.
Yeah.
It was just received nicely, and I felt like it wasn't just Latinos. It's like some of my black friends, some of my white friends, they were like, yo, shorty went off.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think Alligator was... so right now I have a project I'm working on, which I'm probably just going to drop, like literally just drop at some point. I don't even know what releases look like anymore to like an artist like myself, but I did No Traigo Nada, which is like sad and I'm crying.
I have that here.
Yeah, like No Traigo Nada is more like sad and just talking to, we're just tired, we're exhausted. And then you have a track like Alligator where it's like more angry, and then Sábado is more like funny. I'm pretty much going through all the emotions that we're all feeling right now and being like, yo, I'm about to crash out, but like before I do that, like here goes artistically, here goes the music.
Here I am having a little fun, here I am a little sad, here I am snapping the fuck up.
Right.
And then before I crash out is the project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have a release date when we're getting it?
September. I think September for sure. Like I said, I mean, right now, I don't know what the reality, if I'm being completely honest, like what the reality is of like how releases are. I've been rapping for a long time, so back
you're
in the
independent
day,
right now, or you're
yeah,
signed?
I'm fully independent.
Good for you.
Thank you. But yeah, like I don't know what this all the music industry is like. I feel like even if you are on a label, they're like, well, go make a TikTok or like go viral or and you're just like, oh, what? So right now I'm just like dropping the music, dropping the songs, and I'm gonna put the project out, putting the videos out, and sometimes the song might have been something I never dropped from 2 years ago. Sometimes it might be something I've made on the spot on TikTok, and I think being able to do that and have that community with my fans is like probably the last thing that kind of keeps me in the music industry still, is just that connection with them.
When it comes to social media, how much are you on it? Do you take time off? Are you like, I'm not going on, let's say, after 8 o'clock at night? Or are you constantly on?
I think I'm sporadic with it. I'm like constantly on right now, because when I'm not, I'm gonna say this for real. When I'm not, I'm looking at what's happening, and obviously my algorithms are a lot more like political, and I'm just pissed. You know what I mean? Like I'm just actually like feeling. So unless I like disconnect, because like I'll go to Mexico or something and I'm just like not really on it. Yeah, I'm like on and I'm talking and I'm making music on live and I'm hanging out with my son on, whatever. Everything kind of right now, I don't know how to feel about social media. How do I feel? I'm just always on, huh? I'm always on.
Is it like a form of therapy for you?
Kind of, to be honest.
It feels like it.
Yeah, it's like probably a way of coping with everything that I'm kind of feeling about everything, and just kind of continuously talking and checking back and forth with my fans about everything, because yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I feel like so many of us feel like that. It's like we're going through the day to day. We're doing what we gotta do. You know, we get up, we eat, we shower, and then you're like, turn on TV, and you're like, what is going on? And it's all over the world, but it has one common denominator, and it is our president here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Not afraid to say it, and I hate the way he zeroed in on Latinos,
mm-hmm.
Latino immigrants. There's immigrants from all over the world. You know, we have Irish, we have Italians,
mm-hmm.
you know, we have French. It's Latinos. The target is on our back. Like, what the fuck? Who hurt you? Like, what happened here?
Yeah.
And we're such amazing people.
Yeah. I think, you know, people who hate Latinos or the black community, I think it's because, you know, they're projecting, like, they hate that they don't have what we have, and it's in us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't buy it. Everybody always wants to, like, buy or acquire or take over or whatever, and copy, but it's like, at the end of the day, like, the flavor, the everything about
El
the
flow
culture,
no está a la venta.
Exactly.
I forgot
like,
who says it.
right.
It is an artist.
Yeah, like, all that is, like, it just is. So it's like, when they're jealous, I feel like, honestly, it's just jealousy of, like, we're amazing, we're growing in numbers, we know that we're going to be the majority, whether they want it or not. That's why they got to make these campaigns of having more kids and blah blah blah, but trying to stop us from having kids. But all this, it's like this weird competitive thing, when it's like, I said it in a song called Snooze, I don't know how many years ago, and I was like, man, everybody just have mixed babies. I mean, nobody's going to be able to be, you know, nobody's going to be able to know what to do. I was like, black, white, Asian, let's get racy. Like, I think at the end of the day, being silly about the fact that they're stupid, you know what I mean? Like, making it a joke, that's the biggest thing. That's what I was trying to get to earlier with the whole Trump thing. Is like, I feel like us being mad and us being angry, obviously we feel that, but making fun of this motherfucker is going to be the only thing, because he wants to be this big dictator and be scary, and that's why he looks up to other dictators. And it's like, bro, you're a joke. You're fighting your own cankles right now. Like, you don't even know, you know what I mean? So I think we just need to make him a fucking joke, and all of those type of people. We just need to keep on pushing. We need to keep on pushing, whatever it is, because I do think if we don't, it's gonna be one of those. You know how he wanted to take homegrowns to those jails and stuff. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I wouldn't doubt that we would be one of those times where they start seizing people's stuff, or, you know, calling you a criminal, or saying, I don't know. We're in scary times right now.
It feels really scary. Like,
plus AI.
Talk to me about AI. What are your feelings on AI?
I want to make sure that everybody that was angry at immigrants for taking their jobs has the same energy with the fucking robots, because they're coming. They're going to take your job. I saw the list of the jobs that are going to be taken, and I'm just like, oh, what are those people going to do? People that really went to college and, like, are in debt. And now that this guy is, like, making sure that they pay their debt for their college, that now the job doesn't exist because it's going to be taken by AI. And then, I don't know, it's about to get crazy.
It's like a snowball effect, everything that is happening. But I did see that list, and it was scary, because I'm like, these are careers. These are people with masters. These are people that, you know, have worked, let's say, decades in these industries. What's going to happen? They're just going to cease to exist?
Yeah. It's crazy.
You know who's not going to cease to exist? Carpenters, farmers, plumbers,
mm-hmm.
HVAC people.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a trade, man. If you're listening and you're, like, a little bit lost and you don't know what direction to go in, we're going to need you. We are going to need you.
Yeah.
And while I love, you know, TikTok and streaming and, you know, social media, not every young person can be one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
make you a doctor, be a nurse, be an engineer. Those are all jobs that I feel like you'll still be able, as long as there's like a human element to it, you'll still be able to work in it. But yeah, AI can be scary.
Yeah. I say that to my son all the time, you know, because he has access to being on social media and stuff, and he sees the positive that it can have, but he also sees the negative because he was raised with seeing both sides of the, you know, like he sees how many hours I put into it, or he's gone and seen me on tour, or, you know, whatever. And so I'm happy he's okay with like social media not being a huge part of his,
That's
you know,
good.
because there is people who like their whole value depends on how many likes or views they get, you know. And to me, that was important to show my son, to be like, yo, don't be like that. And yes, absolutely a trade, absolutely know how to, you know, he's at an age now where he wants a car soon or something. And I'm like, cool. You need to know how to change a tire. You need to know how to, you know, change oil. You need to know how to do, you know, something, because you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. So if we do go back to Mexico, like, I want him to know how to do stuff, you know. And we have a farm, so.
Oh, really? What do you farm?
No, like I just have like chickens and goats and
animals,
vegetables and trees. Yeah, fruit trees and stuff.
How long do you go for when you do go to Mexico?
The farm I have here in the U.S., by the way.
Oh, in the U.S. Okay.
Yeah, in Mexico, I don't know. It could be a couple weeks. I think lately, because I'm so back and forth with working and everything, I'm not really going that much. Usually I'll go like a few days. This last time, what was it? This a couple weeks ago we just went, or like a week ago. We just went for a few days, you know, vibe out. Then also Tulum. I like going to Tulum. It's nice. So yeah, I don't know.
Tulum is dope. I feel like everybody, especially during the pandemic, Tulum, it was just like, I'm like, is everybody in Tulum?
Yeah. Everybody was going over there.
Remember that during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Now you're here with your girlfriend today. You're super public with your relationship. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like it's like you need to take it back, like your private life, or you're okay with it being out there? Like sharing her and sharing Drew as much as you do?
I think they say like really like private people, like, or what is it that like you can look like you're being really public, but you still have some things for yourself, you know. Like we still have a lot of things for ourselves. Our fans are very like respectful of like of our life, and
it's a dope dynamic, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately,
it's fun to watch. I like it.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately what I like about it, right? Is that I don't think I'll always rap. I don't think music will always be like the thing.
Really?
I like other parts of it. So I think that's why sometimes I show the more wholesome or the family or my girl or whatever side of things, because I'm like, you know, if ever I just pod or just, you know, do interviews or stream or whatever, like that'll be cool too. Like I want people to kind of like me, like as a whole, like as a, you know, all these things, not just like I'm just a rapper and that's all I can do, because I've been doing that forever, and to me sometimes I get bored. Like I'm a rapper, I can really rap.
Now you can spit,
you know. So to me, I'm just like, I have ADHD. Like I want to do other stuff. Like, you know, I want to have fun. That's it.
You know, it definitely humanizes you, and I can see it's like, because sometimes we see rappers and let's say somebody like Kendrick. Let's say I feel like I don't know much about him. I don't see much of his personality besides what I see in music. So I see what you're saying as far as like you sharing and then podcasting and speaking, being vocal on social media. I feel like I know you. Yeah. With some artists, I feel like I know their music. I know nothing about them.
Well, they have a machine. Let's not forget, like there is some artists that have entire machines, millions of dollars, you know, marketing, publicists, teams, whole, like they are a corporation and they are, you know, stamped. So there's a lot of people behind that. With me, it's like, I'm really at my house. It really is my cousin doing my merch. It really is my brother behind the camera on both my music videos and on vlogging and on streaming and on podcasts. It really is my girl that, you know, comes with me to interviews. Like right now, like no publishing, no manager, no lawyer, I have a lawyer. None of that other stuff. So it's just raw. It's just like me and my fans, and I drop the song. Some of them go viral, some of them don't. We keep it pushing. We have a good time. We pay our bills. We live, you know, and I never forget that the main thing that's important to me right now is my son, my personal life, and enjoying my life, because we don't know how long we have, and I just want to make sure, like, I don't know, I want to do everything. Like, I want to enjoy it, because there was a lot of time when I was in the rat race of the rap shit that I lost real moments that I could have shared in my personal life. So now I want to enjoy it all, That's all.
I love this. And you've tasted both sides. So you like to exist the way you're existing now? No machine behind you, no boss, no nothing. You're calling the shots here.
People think I'm like anti-label, which I'm not. I'm anti-bullshit and I'm anti like no accountability. That's the problem. The thing is that right now with the industry is very like, well, we can't really guarantee anything, right? So it's like, but I got to guarantee you music, and I got to guarantee you time, and I got to guarantee you those 12 hours that I spent in the studio and the music video and showing up and doing the press and doing all that, and you don't guarantee me anything, right? And at this point, it's like, I don't want an advance. I don't want a certain type of deal structures, so that's why it just doesn't work for me. But as far as like if somebody was to pull up and have the right situation and be like, look, this is what we're gonna do, and you got my word and we're actually gonna do it, it's dope. But the thing is, a lot of people in this industry don't have, like, the whole word is bond thing does not really exist.
That shit was back in the day.
That was back in the day.
That shit don't exist no more, especially with the industry. It can be so flip floppy. They paint you this, amazing deal, and then they don't deliver. And but you can't do that. You cannot give them the albums that you signed for.
Right.
You gotta deliver that shit.
Exactly. And so at that point, when you realize the power that you have with your music, with your fans, with whatever, you don't have to be that famous. I don't have to stream as high as of certain artists to make the same amount of money, because we are the house. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's me, my family,
you
and
get
we
to
just
keep all your bread,
and we're there. And it's not even like I keep it. Like, I get to pay it out to the people that actually work, because there's a lot of times where I was in certain bigger situations where my brother was picking up the slack, my cousin was picking up the slack, my people were picking up the slack when they couldn't deliver. So then they should get the money,
of
not
course.
Y'all still get the money and then they have to take the L with me, or I have to pay them out of my end. Like, no. Let's just make sure that whoever's doing the work is getting paid, that everything's fair, and that we have a good time doing it, and that there's not all this bickering and back and forth. Just, it's music, it's vibes, it's vibration, it's a frequency, it's fans, it's connection, it's human. This is what makes life and music beautiful. If it's not that, then I don't want that part of it. I just want connection and human. But now AI and Timbaland and everything that's going on,
that was so crazy. That AI artist. I'm like, what's gonna happen with the music industry? Like, is this where we're going?
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I think we do have to push back on that, because
100%.
Because there's gonna be they just signed some guy, right? He's some like AI like prompter or whatever, and it's just some like balding white man that is gonna make female artists AI people that is gonna steal ideas from other people, because let's keep it real, right now it's not like it's creating, it's kind of taking from everywhere and making something in I's and O's. But I think human beings are gonna actually literally be under attack. Like, what makes life beautiful, it's like people are gonna opt for a simulation. Dudes are gonna opt for a AI girlfriend that doesn't talk back and that does what he says, and it's like all these things. You're just like, dude, all the movies we watched where the robots turn on us and we're literally headed that way. It's weird.
It is. When Timbaland did that, I was just like, this is weird. So you're just gonna have a whole record label of people that don't exist?
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen? You're no longer gonna sign real live artists?
I think honestly he missed the mark. I value. I think Timbaland is one of the best producers, and I've looked up to him. There's not the majority of the music that I listen to is produced by Timbaland.
Word?
I just feel like,
sometimes we jump on bandwagons and we're like, this is hot right now, que AI esto, que
Yeah.
And he's probably like, let me be innovative and let me do something different, but it wasn't received, I think, the way he wanted it to be received.
Yeah, you gotta remember soul. You gotta. But then again, I mean, Tink was amazing. So maybe he just wanted someone who listens.
Tink, she is dope. Now that you mentioned, the music you like, who are your artists? Who you like? Who you fuck with?
I'm telling you, I literally listen to. I'm stuck in a time loop of like.
What's the year?
It's Aaliyah, it's Missy Elliott, it's Boom. Brad, it's all the it's all the Timbo stuff really, and like R&B. I really like
that was a good era.
Yeah,
you can't take it away from the artist. It's just like, I feel like that was the best era of music.
Yeah, that's why they keep sampling it and resampling it and turning it into more and more and more, because it's like it just really was such good music. And I don't know, I like R&B, I like bass and nice vocals, and I don't like too much like yelling and stuff, which is crazy that I'm a rapper, but I can't be listening to that shit all the time, you know.
She's like, listen, I'm gonna snap on my own, but when it's time to vibe out, you want some R&B, you want some chill vibes. What about with Latino music? Who were your artists? Dime.
I mean,
Las mujeres, los hombres.
Like when it comes to music,
Reggaeton?
yeah, I listen to some reggaeton for sure. I like Dembow, obviously.
I love them.
I like Mexican music, like, you know, Juan Gabriel. I listen to a lot of Juan Gabriel.
That's clásico. Eso te lo puso tu mamá, right?
Yeah. You know, old Shakira from Pies Descalzos, Gloria Trevi. You know, yeah, I kind of like older music a lot more. And
Maná? I love Maná.
I think it's probably the ADHD that just kind of goes back to like when I was younger, maybe. So I listen to a lot of that music.
Yeah, it's like I have this one Luis Miguel album that I know from top to bottom, and I wasn't the one listening to it. It was the older people in my life.
Yeah.
I think it's Romance, if I'm not mistaken, but that album is just amazing. So I see what you're saying. Your mind just goes back to like, what do I have memorized?
Yeah.
You know, whether it be an Aaliyah album, or un álbum de Maná, lo que sea. I feel you, because I'm kind of like the same way with música.
Yeah, with Spanish music, I think it's crazy because I listen, and now I'll listen to the words and be like, damn. I'll be like, this was, you know what I mean? Like the way that they talk about heartbreak or like love and stuff, you're just like, oh shit, like they were really spitting. So I don't know, I think
Ana Gabriel, Isabel Pantoja, esas mujeres cantaban.
Yeah, Lupita D'Alessio.
Olvídate.
Yeah.
Jenny Rivera, I love Jenny Rivera. Yo lloré cuando Jenny Rivera se murió. I cried.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I felt so identified and connected with her, and I was so young, but I was like, I want to grow up and be like her. She was such a badass. She just said whatever she wanted to say. She existed in her body, and her voice was just fucking. Shout out Chiquis, my girl. I love her.
Yeah.
Jenica, I love her too, but Jenny, I adored. I saw myself, like my future self in her. So I feel like when she passed away, I was like, a piece of me went. This might seem weird to you, but it was when she had the reality TV show, and she just said whatever she wanted to say. She was super dope, and her music, I still love it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I feel like, you know, with Jenny, with Selena, like, I feel like sometimes I feel sad that Mexican American women, I don't think get valued while they're alive. And I think a lot of times it takes that for everybody to find, because I remember watching when Jenny was around, and it's like the way que la criticaban, you know, and stuff like that, and I'm just like, why is our culture so like ready to always tear down the women? You know, I feel like guys kind of get allowed to do whatever they want as artists and have a bunch of baby mamas and do whatever they want to do. Meanwhile, women they wear the wrong thing once, and it's like, oh, she, you know. So I feel like culturally, hopefully we grow and we can appreciate more of the artists, because we're not going to have superstars like we used to. Now that social media, you just get to post and talk crap and say anything. Like, it sucks. It's draining. And I hope that we all are more supportive of our people, especially with what we're going through right now, you know?
We have to. It's like, I feel like we have to band together. We have to lock hands and be like, nah. If it's happening to you, y tú eres una mexicana, me está pasando a mí, yo soy dominicana. Puertorriqueña, chilena, venezolana, panameñas. And there is such a power in numbers, and we're not just one country. We are so many different countries. Whether we're here in America, whether we're in our native land, we're still bonded. Yeah. And the attack that's happening right now, it's happening on Latinos. It's not just happening on Mexico. Yeah. It's not just happening on Peru. It's all of us. And we have to understand that it's a problem that concerns all of us. It's not just, bueno, no, que para El Salvador que están mandando a la gente, que los dominicanos no lo están jodiendo. No. Esto es un problema que a todos nos está pasando. Because we are all getting caught up in what's happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, and within our communities, too, the racism, the colorism, everything that happens within our communities, we need to be able to kind of, like, fix that while we're also fighting for this doing like, we're doing so many things right now, and we're split in so many different directions, hopefully all in wanting, you know, just a better world. But sometimes it could be a lot, which is why? Probably, you know, I'll be silly and I'll put on a stupid hat and I'll stream from my, you know,
I love that
my
hat.
man cave.
Stop,
you know?
because I love that hat.
the orange hat.
Yeah,
I know.
what is it? A fox, right?
It's a fox.
I fucking love
think.
that hat.
Yeah, like, you know, sometimes that's my disconnecting, you know, and I think sometimes I lean on those core fans. Not everybody watches me go live, you know, like, but I do have a core that is like, those are the people that are like enjoying that. And I like that because I also bounce ideas with them. Like, you know, I be silly or whatever. And then when it's time to go out there and go to the protest or go help people or go speak or do whatever, you know, you got to lock in and really remember I'm an adult. But I get to be, you know, kind of my inner child sometimes in those streams. So I like it.
It's tough because you're not one dimensional. It's like, I'm like, yo, she could rap. She's a mom. She's a girlfriend. She's outside. She's at a march. She's speaking her mind. She's fucking gorgeous.
Thank you.
Do you do your own makeup or
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know why I felt like I was like, yo, she's got to be the one doing this because it just looks so good all the time.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, nah. She can't have a team doing this
Right,
every
a whole
time she
team.
goes because
Nah.
olvídate, you'll be broke because you know those glam squads. They ain't
Yeah.
cheap. Where the dimples at though? I felt like your dimples were so pronounced and now I'm not
dead.
seeing them.
I'm
Come on.
chunky.
No, come
I'm
on.
like, yeah, you can see him.
We'll see after.
I'm
I'll
dead.
be the judge of those dimples after we
dead.
get off. Nah, but I really want to thank you, you know, for coming up. You're dope. You're fucking super talented. You know, I work at a hip hop station, so I'm super critical when it comes to the bars, when it comes to the delivery, and you up there. You fucking up there.
Thank you. Spread the word because
No,
I don't
that's
think
a
people
fact.
be knowing.
Listen,
Sometimes they
anytime.
be leaving me on some list. I'll be like, no way. Really? I'm like, okay.
Nah. When it comes to, and you know, I always say, I'm like, yo, you know what's know the product? Come here, I'm that person that plays the music. I'll
Thank
be
you.
wild annoying. I'm like,
Thank you.
Or I'll share it, or I just talk about it. And it's like, anytime I get a chance to bring your name up, and we talk about rappers, and we talk about females, and we talk, you're on there.
Thank you so much.
Because from the moment I discovered you, I was like, yo, this bitch is nice, bro.
Thank
what the
you.
fuck is going on in California?
Anger.
I feel it. And
Right.
we're connected. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep repping us the way you're repping us, and stay fearless because you
Thank
are
you.
fucking fearless.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love this. I really appreciate you for real.
And gracias. Come again.
Period. I love this. Thank you.
Gracias. Come Again is a production of Honey German Productions in partnership with iHeart's My Cultura podcast network.